What's going on, 4th and 5? Josh Throne here. And look, it's time for another tough but necessary conversation. Arkansas fell to number 3 Texas, 20-10, and what felt like another game of missed opportunities. It wasn't just about losing to a top team. It was about the what ifs. What if we would have limited turnovers? What if we would have capitalized on offense? What if we would have capitalized on our defensive strong performance? But before we dive into all that, before we dive into the struggles and what this loss means for the program, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Commercial Air. As a third-generation family-owned business serving Arkansas since 1971, Commercial Air keeps critical environments like data centers, hospitals, manufacturing plants operational with top-notch industrial cooling system repair, maintenance, and replacement services. With 24/7 availability and a commitment to excellence, Commercial Air is your trusted partner for all things HVAC. And let's face it, after a game like this, maybe they can help Razorback Nation cool down too. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to be breaking some things down, and we're even going to be hearing from you, the fans, and looking ahead at what's next for the team and the coaching staff. First, let's give credit to the defense. Against one of the best offenses in the country, Arkansas showed up. Texas had been averaging over 30 points per game, and the Razorbacks held them to just 20. Only Georgia held them to fewer this season, and that's impressive. Shout out to the coach. We saw some key changes in the secondary, and they paid off. Keon Stewart, Miguel Mitchell, they both made an impact. And we saw a return of that 3-2-6 scheme, and it kept Texas uncomfortable. Holding Quinn Ewers, the quarterback, to just 4 third-down conversions out of 15 attempts is no small feat. The adjustments made by the defensive coordinator, Travis Williams, were spot on. He was mixing man and zone coverage, applying pressure, and staying disciplined in coverage. It made all the difference. But despite the strong performance, we couldn't force turnovers. And that was the missing piece. Even when C.J. Brown fumbled late in the 4th and the defense got back on the field, we just didn't have that one more stop in us, and it's what we needed to put us back in the game. Texas nearly ran 7 minutes off the clock, and that was all she wrote. But I had a chance to talk to some of the fans after the game and get their take. So y'all got to check that out. Here's what a few of them had to say.
Well, Josh, first of all, our offense needs to score more, for sure.
I see us still getting a bowl game. Hopefully we end this season with 2 wins instead of this last one. So that's my outlook right now.
She's actually right. She nailed it. The offense does have to score more points. The defense gave us every chance to stay into this game. But putting up 10 points is just not enough, no matter who you're playing. And turnovers, the tip pass intended for Tyrone Broden turned into an interception. Those are momentum killers, plain and simple. There's no excuse for that. As for the bowl game optimism, I actually admire that. There is a path there. If we beat Louisiana Tech, we got 6 wins. Even if we lose to Missouri, we're 6-6. But let's not overlook the fact that both teams present unique challenges. Louisiana Tech is better than what their record shows, and Missouri has had our number in recent years. So it's not like this is going to be some easy feat or some easy win. We've got to take these teams serious. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, coaching. Some fans are calling for the return of Bobby Petrino as head coach. Check it out.
Listen, so we need a new coach. I think it's the time all Hog fans have been waiting for. Petrino is our next head coach. That's all I got to say.
All right, look, I get it. Petrino brought wins, and there was a lot of excitement in Fayetteville during those years. But firing Pittman isn't as simple as it sounds. The financials alone are staggering. There's $12.1 million to his buyout. Plus, you got to think about the cost of replacing the staff and hiring new coaching. That's a lot to swallow for a program that's already navigating tight budgets with the new NIL revenue sharing model. And let's be honest, Pittman has done a lot for this program. He's done a lot of good things here. He turned this program around from one of its worst, lowest points that I can ever imagine. I remember covering the Chad Morris years. No one wanted to watch 4th and 5. But at the same time, I understand that fans will not settle for 6-6 in year 5. So I get it. Don't worry. I get it, guys. So don't jump me in these comments. But if he does stay, then 2025 has to be a breakout year. But let's go back to the fans here. What do you think about this coaching debate? Are you wanting to stick with Pittman for one more year? Are you ready to move on? And, just give me your overall thoughts about it. And who would we replace him with? I would love to know that. The reality is this is a topic that's just like polarizing. Everybody's got a really strong opinion about it. But here's the reality. Constant coaching changes set programs back for years. If Pittman can finish strong and build momentum into the offseason, he might still be the right guy to lead Arkansas. And I'm going to back that up. But let's be very clear. The pressure is on for 2025. All right, the offense. Where do we even start? Taylen Green is a talented quarterback. We all know that. But the decision-making has to improve. You can't take 8-yard sacks in critical moments. And why didn't we commit to the run game earlier? Jaquindon Jackson averaged over 5 yards per carry, but only got 11 touches. That's not enough. It's just not enough. And we've seen what this team can do when they stick to the run. It opens up the passing games for players like Andrew Armstrong and Isaiah Satania. But inconsistency is killing us. The offense has to find its identity if we want to be able to compete in the SEC. And I'm here to tell you that a year one Bobby Petrino offense is really hard to get. Year two will be a better offense. So it kind of makes you think about the outlook on coaching and all the different implications. So let's just zoom out for a second and think about the future. If Pittman stays, there are real positives to consider. Coach Travis Williams, he's got the defense looking better and better every year. With another year, he could take this unit to the next level. And Bobby Petrino, it takes time. It's a complex offense. It takes time to master that. And you got to think, if you get rid of your head coach right now, you're going to be having to replace everybody, even your coordinators. So year two could actually be a breakout season for this offense. I didn't expect Bobby Petrino to come in and have a year 5 offense, right? So if you fire Sam Pittman and you start over, it comes with some huge challenges. First of all, who do you realistically bring in? Arkansas doesn't have the NIL resources that other SEC programs have, and it's recruiting in a smaller state. That adds a whole nother layer of difficulty. Our in-state recruiting classes don't compete with Texas, LSU, Florida, Alabama, etc. So constantly hitting the reset button could set this program back even further. I'd love to know what you guys think about the coaching situation. It's a big topic, I understand. No one's going to be able to answer it right here, and I get the feelings that, I understand the feelings that this is not what year 5 should be. There's got to be expectations that we have to meet. And does this year 5 program really meet those expectations? I agree with you guys. I don't think so. So here's the big question. What's more important right now? Consistency or change? There's no easy answer. We just want to know what you guys think. All right. So moving on, all eyes are now on Louisiana Tech. This is a must-win game, not just for bowl eligibility, but for Razorback pride at this point. If we win that game, it sets us up for a season-defining showdown with Missouri. Beating Mizzou could change the narrative heading into the offseason. It could help with recruiting. It could even help with NIL. So that's that. I know this season's been tough. Heck, it's been tough for us. We started 4th and 5 back during the Chad Morris year, so you can imagine what it's been like since we started this. But it's not over yet, and there's still time to end on a high note. So I appreciate you guys watching. Again, I want to say thank you to our sponsors, to Commercial Air. Thank you to our presenting sponsor in Ortho Arkansas. You got a knee, you got a back, you got a joint problem. Ortho Arkansas is the leading orthopedic hospital in Arkansas. You guys check them out down there in Little Rock for any of your orthopedic needs. As always, thanks for watching 4th and 5. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let's keep this conversation going. One play, one game, and one decision at a time. We'll see you next time on 4th and 5.